Hunk, human unit not killed, Mr. Death, the Grim Reaper. This particular character goes by many names in the Resident Evil lore, but he surprisingly hasn't made another canonical appearance in Resident Evil outside of RE2. For side content, it's a different story. Hunk is featured in many games like Umbrella Chronicles with a more fleshed out rendition of For Survivor. Arguably, you can learn a lot more about this character through this game as a cold, calculating individual who only seeks validation and completing his mission, even if it means leaving his own teammates to die in the process.
Alpha team, Goblin 6, currently at point K12 in the sewers. Can't move. Don't leave me here. Ah!
This is war. Survival is your responsibility.
He's also the mentor of Vector in the non-canon spin-off Operation Raccoon City, which is all about Umbrella Security Service, short for USS. Unfortunately, what came out as a well thought out idea on paper by showing how the USS operates, it sadly didn't make up for the shoddy gameplay experience of ORC, the breadwinners of this mighty gem. Hunk's appearance in Resident Evil 4 probably gave him more popularity due to the fact that Resident Evil 4 is an immensely popular game, and he was chosen among the shortlist to be in this revamped version of Mercenaries. Hunk was equipped with the TMP, a few grenades, and this almighty neck snap, which was the gift that kept on giving, especially on the village map. Outside of these sporadic appearances, Hunk is pretty much an enigma within the series. We don't know his real name, we don't know his real origins, his face is mostly inconsistent throughout the franchise, and we have zero idea what this character has been up to since Wesker caused the fall of Umbrella. It's speculated that Hunk is probably a freelance mercenary since PMCs and biological weapons are still prevalent after RE3. The most we know about the character is that he received special training at the Rockford Military Training Center in 1996. This is also the same base that the Redfields later infiltrate in 1998 during Code Veronica. The organization that Hunk works for, the Umbrella Security Service, was formulated well before he started training with them. Their first notable hit was issued out by Oswald E. Spencer. He used the USS to put out a hit on Dr. James Marcus, leading him to transform later into the Leech Queen. I know, it's weird, a man is called a queen in this instance when he transforms into a giant gelatinous green blob. What the fuck? Anyway, 1998 is where it all went down. Hunk was on a mission with Alpha Team. The USS seems to have a problem getting in and getting out easily. They were ordered to obtain a vital chemical from Dr. William Birkin, who tried to make a deal with the US military about the capabilities of the G-Virus. Umbrella didn't like that information being leaked out, and with the infinite freaking wisdom of the USS team, a member opened fire on William Birkin for dropping a mug. Deeming the mission complete, they took the vial briefcase. However, William had one last trick up his sleeve. Despite being fatally wounded, Birkin injects himself with the Galactica virus, transforming into a hideous creature and destroying the USS Alpha with ease. By the way, I can only imagine how absolutely gory this cutscene will be in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Just look at how unstoppable Will.i.am really is.
What is this?
Will.i.am straight out of
I guess that is the moral of the story. Don't piss off a member of the Black Eyed Peas. Either way, Hunk runs out of ammo, and I assume Birkin strikes him hard enough to knock him out. I really can't tell, but he doesn't kill him. Hunk reawakens, he lives up to his namesake, and Nighthawk gives him an escape route. Hunk has a vital of the G-Virus stashed away, and he successfully escapes Raccoon City via helicopter. Going forward in the timeline, the last thing you'll see Hunk doing pertinent to canon is writing a report about Alfred Ashford in Code Veronica X. He questioned a transport mission since the USS is usually sent out on search and retrieval and wet work missions. This transport had a lack of information behind it by Alfred Ashford, so he complained about that, and Hunk was worried that his team might be in jeopardy due to sheer negligence. Hunk is a very well received character just due to his appearance alone, yet I think that warrants the Boba Fett syndrome. A real unique looking character who we don't spend a lot of time with in the franchise, even as the series progresses. There is also a lot of weird situations that blatantly pops up in the series, like Chris Redfield and Hunk having a double agent relationship that Capcom wants to allude to. I'm surprised this hasn't been turned into a storyline since it was alluded to in the first Revelations trailer. You can tell something was going on that didn't make the final cut that Capcom tried to make interesting, especially making Chris turn a gun on his own partner, Jill Valentine, implying that he was framed in some way.
I messed up.
You think you'll get away with this?
I already have, Jill.
Do you have it?
Maybe. You'll have to kill me to find out.
And what would you do if you found it? It doesn't matter, because you're already.
Another clear example is Resident Evil 7, where there's a clear mystery behind Chris showing up at the end of the game, claiming that he's Redfield and working for Umbrella, the very company he's hated since the beginning. Capcom had a clear opportunity to inject Hunk into the storyline, into Resident Evil 7. However, the Not a Hero DLC just damage controls all of that and says that Blue Umbrella is just a de facto Umbrella, claiming to be the good version of them. A company who Chris just works for just because, I guess. Wasted potential aside, I'm not sure if Hunk is going to be anything more in this series than a side character, which is very unfortunate. The good news is that Capcom can make For Survivor a bit more fleshed out than it normally is and make it interwoven with the main narrative of Resident Evil 2 Remake. So this could create a unique storyline for that particular mode for Hunk. For the future of Hunk himself, who knows if he'll show up again, but if Gregaman, who used to work for Capcom, apparently said that he's the Johnny Sasaki of the Resident Evil universe, implying that he's a joke character, then let's hope that the rest of the corporation of Capcom itself doesn't share the same sentiments.
Oh, my stomach! Oh, damn it!
To come all the way to New York just to get hit with a bowel attack. What luck?
But I can't hold it any. Get out of the way!
Seriously, why would Gregaman make this point again? What the fuck? That is the end of this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment on the video itself. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will try to get back to you in a timely fashion. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and once again, take care.